doing an insight video again today, and we've been talking a lot over the last few sort of like months around sort of like source energy and source living and source vibration, and we've been talking about sort of like creation and co-creation and how all of this is sort of interlinked to like vibration and frequency. And source energy is the key. It's the key to living in a more like harmonious way with your essence, which is your source energy and your source creator and your source vibration and frequency. How this relates to universal laws, how you can use and apply these within your own life, within your own reality, and everything is about reality. So for me, I was talking about yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. We were talking about like high octane, and we were talking about sort of like this was the word that was sort of brought in, and it's around like frequency again. It's about trying to keep your frequency as high as possible, um, and also opening up to these new frequencies that are coming in. And these new frequencies are definitely around sort of like fifth dimensional reality and fifth dimensional experience, and how this is integrating within all of our sort of energy vibrations and frequencies at the moment. And the key to five dimensional reality and the five dimensional living is around sort of seeing everything as energy and moving past physical and the 3D blueprint, and starting to work on the essence of all things, which is the vibration and the frequency. And again, this is what Source teaches us. Source teaches us that everything is vibration, everything is frequency, and that we, within our essence, in our infinite essence, which is source and energy and source vibration, is the ability to create within frequency, within vibration, to create reality. And again, this is the universal law of correspondence. It teaches us that through the universal law and the wisdom, that we are a vibration, we are an essence, and within that essence, within that vibration, that frequency, we create. And when we create, it manifests within the external reality, which is the 3D blueprint. So the 3D blueprint is the experience of physical reality and material reality, but the 5D blueprint is the understanding and the awakening to your essence and your vibration and your frequency and your source energy. And this is where we start to link into like the sixth dimension, which is the source creator. And the source creator is sort of like within each and every being, which is within each and every one of us, within our own experience. And as we start to shift through these different states of reality and states of consciousness, from 3D reality to 5D reality to 6D reality, we start to sort of realize that we have this infinite flow, infinite universal or infinite sort of source vibration and frequency in each and every one of us, and in our energy frequency and our energy vibration. And we can start to create and manifest reality in a new way, in a new vision. And when we start to then realize that we're not limited through the 3D reality, but actually there's many different realities within our vibration and frequency that we can access. And when we start to do that consciously, then we start to create in a more sort of like conscious way, but we create from the 5D reality, which is the energetic reality. And again, this is where the universal law of perpetual transmutation comes in. Perpetual transmutation talks about transforming and going from one state of being to the next state, to another state of being. And beingness is a reflection of oneness. It's a reflection of the infinite eternal moment, and that we as beings of energy and light, which we all are, which is our source creator and our source vibration and our essence, which are all the in sort of definition are all part of the same whole. And when we start to realize that through the universal law of perpetual transmutation, we start to realize that all reality is created on a vibration and a frequency. And when we start to understand that, then we start to then create reality from different frequencies. And obviously all frequency is energy, so like every thought, every experience, every feeling is an energy vibration, is an energy frequency. So we start to understand that each frequency holds a different vibration, and what we start to realize is there are different sort of like experiences to different frequencies. So again, through things like joy, peace, harmony, um, they have a different frequency, as does fear, doubt, worry, concern. All those kind of things have different frequencies. And when I see these frequencies, one feels quite dark, and it feels quite sort of like, so that those other frequencies feel quite dark, concern, worry, doubt. But they also limit us in a way that when we enter into those frequencies, we also enter into the more physical reality and the material reality of the 3D reality, where we start to see the physical world as what's defining or affecting our frequency. So in that way, we're seeing that the reality is happening to us. We're not creating it. And that's the difference between the 3D reality and the 5D reality. Because the 3D reality, when you're in that consciousness and you're in that awareness, you believe things are happening to you, and in that sense you don't really have the power or the energy or the vibration to shift and change them. But that's the shift from 3D reality to 5D reality, is that you have an inner source, or inner essence of inner source of vibration and frequency, and an inner essence that you create from. So the 3D reality, although these things are happening to you, you realize that you can dissolve them, and the 5D reality gives you the awareness and consciousness that you can do this. And when you enter the 5D reality, you start to enter the vibrational frequencies, where you create a frequency, and then it manifests and it becomes reality. And you do that from energy and vibration. And the 5D, where you start to then sort of co-create with your essence, and you create a vision of harmony, peace, balance, love, union, and it's very different to the 3D blueprint. When you're walking around in a 3D blueprint, you feel like reality is happening to you, that maybe that you're out of control, your life is happening to you, you've got these things, these worries, these doubts. And when you feel like that, then what you're doing is your vibration is lowering, so that you're then actually just feeling the physical sort of material world and seeing that as the true reality. When actually, when you shift to the 5D reality, you realize that that you can create it and dissolve it, and release it from an energetic vibration and frequency, and you start to then consciously create as a being from source vibration and frequency. But you also start to understand that the eternal moment is this infinite moment of oneness, vibration and frequency, and at any time you can create, shift and change at will. And when you start to realize that, then you can start to apply source creation, source vibration, and and connecting to your essence in a conscious way, where this is where you start to enter into source living and source vibration and source frequency. But like I said, the fifth dimension is the energetic vibration frequency of oneness, vibration and frequency. So this is also a doorway that opens up and allows you to connect to all realities, all vibrations and all frequencies. It's also a doorway where you start to connect to collective consciousness as well. And collective consciousness connects to all realities, all beings. There's many sort of like beings of vibration and frequency that are created within source vibration and source frequency and the oneness vibration, which is the eternal moment. And this is where you start to connect in with like guides, angels, Palladians, Syrians, all these other sort of vibrational frequencies. But there are also vibrational frequencies where the Atlanteans and like the Lemurians used to sort of like connect into. So it's a vibration of frequency of expansion, awareness. It liberates you. It gives you like the freedom to start to dissolve and release. And it's the same with sort of like when you talk about the archangel, not the archangel, ascended master, Saint Germain, where he talks about this. They talk about alchemy, and they talk about sort of like transmutation and transformation. This is again like a key part of consciousness and a key part of awareness, where you start to realize that through source vibration and through vibration and frequency, all things are born, manifested, and created. And this is where you enter into the sixth dimension with your source creator, which is connected to the seventh dimension, which is the infinite dimensions. As they go up, they spiral up to higher and higher dimensions. But all dimensions are vibrations and frequencies, and their awareness of consciousness and conscious living and source living. Living within source, living in source vibration frequency, but also living in the infinite, the oneness vibration and the infinite moment, which is what we're all always connected to. It's just that we're connected to that infinite vibration and the oneness vibration on different sort of vibrations or different frequencies at all times. So although the 3D blueprint is manifesting and creating within reality, it's still connected to the oneness vibration, because it's still connected to vibration and frequency, but it's just connected in a different sort of way. Because when you're seeing the 3D reality and the physical reality as the true reality, then you're vibrating on that frequency, and you're seeing the physical reality as the true reality. When you shift past that, you see the 5D reality of the energetic vibration and frequency. You start to see that actually all things are created through all thoughts, feelings, experiences are created through a vibration. And when you start to realize that, then you start to realize that you're creating it. And this is where the universal law of correspondence comes in. So that's the insight for today anyway.